Now, I'm going to recommend you a book. It's called Stealing Fire, and it's by Jamie Wheal and Stephen Kotler. They're co-founders of the Flow Genome Project. I'm massive fans of their work. They do some really, really great work. Make it the research very, very much is a contemporary edge to it. And the good fun is, I'm going to recommend their book. And guess what? I'm really hoping the book is somewhere in this package. So I'm so confident their book is amazing. I'm going to recommend it and open it with you and tell you a little bit about the book. Now, the reason why, because I know Jamie Wheal, I've trained with them, and Stephen Kotler from the Flow Genome Project, and their resources and books today are amazing, so I'm pretty confident in that. And also, in terms of book launches these days, it's not a simple process. They've done loads of podcasts and extra resources. Last night or the night before, they did like a book club where they went through different chapters. So there's some great resources out there. So I would say, if you're interested in the book Stealing Fire by Kotler and Wheal, think about looking at the resources as well, because try before you buy. Jump on and have like a webinar or a podcast, for a short period of time. They're about an hour long, but you wouldn't have to watch the whole thing, and think about what you can see there and whether it's worth grabbing a copy of the book. So I've got a copy of the book, so don't do that. Of course, this is going to be pretty embarrassing if it's not a copy of Stealing Fire, and it's a pair of socks for my birthday. Fortunately, it is Stealing Fire. It's sad but true. I've been so happy to get a copy of the book. We had a bit of delayed publication in terms of being in the UK versus US, so I know it's been out in the US for longer, and I'm dying to open it. So Stealing Fire, how Silicon Valley, the Navy SEALs and maverick scientists are revolutionising the way we live and work, by Stephen Kotler and Jamie Wheal. So here it is, hardback. So let's have a look at some of the praise for Stealing Fire. An electrifying, fast-paced journey into the deep potential of the human mind. That's by David Eagleman. What about Stealing Fire? A beautifully written must-read for anyone interested in living up to their full potential. Peter Diamandis, founder of the X Prize, so he knows his stuff. Neil Strauss is meticulously researched and innovatively conceptualized. Stealing Fire is not just a Bible for the second psychedelic revolution, but a manual for getting more out of your body, your mind, and your happiness. And there's more, so yeah, great resource. Let's have a look. How many pages have we got here? Loads of notes at the back, so well referenced. About 200, just over 230 pages, something like that. Let's have a look. They talk about this altered states economy, and actually I think when I get to it, I've read it, but I have heard we spend up to a 16th of our salaries, the money we earn, to get out of our heads, and I mean that in a good way. So the altered states economy. So imagine you walk down the high street and you've got money, disposable income to spend. Obviously a 16th of our money, a lot of it has to go on bills and cars and things that we need. And you just think walking down the high street, coffee, alcohol, cigarettes or tobacco, that's the altered states economy. That's not the only thing, of course. There's meditation, there's courses, there's yoga, there's all sorts of things. So they've got a couple of chapters, obviously, around in part one, which is the case for ecstasis, is what they call it, and they kind of derived name from ecstasy, I think. Again, I need to go read it myself, but I think they've gone right back to the Greek name, ecstasis. Part two is about the four forces of ecstasis. They talk about psychology, neurobiology, really emerging and very interesting field there, pharmacology, psychedelics are going to be in there somewhere, I can imagine, and technology. Then they've got part three is about the road to Ulysses. I don't know what that means, I have to read that. How to catch a fire, burning down the house, hedonic engineering, and their conclusion, and it takes it up to about 230 pages. So yeah, great book in terms of, I haven't read it, but I'm going to read it. It's going to start getting onto it now. And in terms of work Stephen Kotler and Jamie Wheal are doing, if you want to look at in more detail, check out the Flow Genome Project. That's where a lot of their kind of corporate stuff is housed, whether that's training. You probably see before I've talked about the diagnostics and things like that. But for now, grab a copy while you can.